What is this? Okay, good. It looks like I just milked nothing. I should probably not do that in town. Just like jack off in the town square. Hey, how's it going? Whoa, whoa! What the fuck is this? Got him! I've just been drifting around, being led by circumstances. No, that's not right. In Ave, you helped Bart when he needed it. I can't keep a fucking straight face, this awful writing. Drifting, kind of like me. Holy shit. Oh no! Oh, we're not quite dead yet. Don't worry though, I have a telescope equipped. The sprite tells me it's a lady, but the face tells me it's a man. Do that Dr. Girlfriend voice. Yesterday my stove caught on fire. I thought the whole house was gonna burn down. You, they're ugly, kid. Every kid is ugly.
What? These aren't special in any way. There goes the potion! Oh!
It's a perfect fit. Oh! Ooh! Well, that's gonna be a problem. 24 people have died. We might not finish the campaign now. Oops. I never equipped the chainsaw. I never equipped the chainsaw! Oh my god. I didn't stab that man with a chainsaw. I just made chainsaw noises as I hit him with an axe. Holy fuck, I'm an idiot. Oh, he'll have the key for sure. Police! Nobody move! Like I kicked his knee bone or something.
Are you blind? What in God's... I mean, better luck next time.
Armor broken, what the fuck? Just kicked that boar and my clothes exploded. Arcanum.
Damn it. Stop. You totally fucked it up.
Well, you fucked me, dog. We're not getting in now. You blew it, old man. Holy shit, you blew it. Wow, and it's just his face. Oh. No. I can't take you seriously when your planet's called Choco. Welcome to Choco, keep your nose clean. Is your planet named after candy?
Spell shit in hindsight. That went pretty good. The hell is this? It says the sacrifice of fire is the gate to ruin. Place torch if you crave the void. Okay. I fucked that up. A whole bunch.
Hey there, welcome back to Farthington. We're done with Farthington, technically. Hopefully this will grow in. Today we're working on downtown, which is going to be a really big project, but we learned a lot about flattened tiered land when we made the old city here. There's a lot of open spots in it. Even if the zoning fills out, I think there's going to be a lot of empty space. We'll have to come back and figure out a way to make this look very dense, which might be tricky. I mean, I don't know what we'll do. Probably just park paths and juniper trees and hope for the best, right? Bushes and little handmade gardens. We've got the Burger King down here, the lumpy Burger King. Whopperlust. But let's stay focused. We're starting on downtown, and I was experimenting very briefly. Well, not briefly, it took like an hour to get it sorted out, but I have an idea for what we want to do with downtown. So I think we touched on this plan briefly last time, but basically you want to break downtown up into like 3 or 4 tiers, just like the old city, but these walls will be much shorter. So it's like these are retaining walls. These aren't like giant castle walls. Just little retaining walls. And then we'll have the streetcar come through. Try to get a nice loop, because we're not going to have metro. I thought about it. Oh, Jesus Christ, Speed Racer. Fucking airplanes when I'm floating around in my mare blimp. If there's a single part of the map that should or would have a metro, it would probably be this like fancy modern downtown, but I really don't want to run a train across the river, which we have to, otherwise we'll have to have a metro depot downtown, which feels like a not ideal use of space for downtown. So the best we could do is like have the metro come up here, maybe, and then run it under that. That would actually look really fucking sharp if we managed to run the metro under the bridge. Alright, I'm kind of sold, but this road on Riverside kind of ruins that plan, so let's not. But yeah, there's no real way to tastefully run an elevated metro line over the river, and I don't want to run an under the river metro. So we're going to depend on streetcar service and the monorail service to get you off the island, and then buses to get you to streetcar stops or a monorail hub, which we're going to build right now, actually. That's not true. We're actually going to flatten up the districts first. Well, not districts, tiers. So we'll start here with the monorail. And, you know, I'm not really sure how we'll do the actual... Well, I don't know. Here's what we'll do. A little bit of flooding. Try not to think too much about it for now. Oh, it's because I'm raising the land, so it's sort of waving over. All right. This will be the trickiest part, is sort of tapering it off here, and I don't really want to do that. So I kind of want to get rid of this ferry depot so we don't have to make downtown go so far. But basically, I want to be able to put like some nice stuff here along the riverfront so that it looks busy no matter what side of the river you're on. Pipeline problems? Oh yeah, I did do like a quick prototype of what I wanted for downtown before the stream, and there was a couple good things and a couple bad things I learned about it. His good thing is we have a shitload of university-educated workers, so office zoning will pretty much absorb all our industrial unemployment. Downside is we're on the red line already for our power and water, and it's just going to get worse as we add a lot of high-density downtown stuff. I don't know what this fucking water pipeline problem is, because everyone should have water access, except these guys. And hopefully that's what those warnings were, and I just never noticed yesterday. The disconnected water pipes might be in regards to our old pumping network we had here. So let's get rid of that just to be safe. So yeah, we're in a lot of trouble water-wise, and we're in a lot of trouble power-wise. And I'm not sure how to address either one. I don't want to put another nuclear power plant at the Rockfield Power Company, because even the second one looks kind of weird. So I think we'll either put a coal power plant in Orwell, because it can get coal delivered from the mine, or we can put an oil power plant in Stench Petro, which doesn't pump its own oil, but there's already a bunch being delivered there anyway, so we're not adding extra traffic. But we're probably gonna, we might even get to 2,000 megawatts consumed, depending on how dense it is, because we're going to go with IT cluster downtown for some nice high-rises, which consume a shitload of electricity, unfortunately. And then the problem is, I think we'll have to go oil plants in Stench Petro, because coal does actually not generate all that much. This isn't actually doing a lot to help us. This is only going to add, what, 240? Buys us a little wiggle room, but we're still going to have trouble again as we continue downtown. And we can't, unfortunately, build the fusion power plant, which I believe gives us infinite energy, or a shitload of energy. But we need some weird buildings. And I think we're stuck on the observatory, which is, we need 2,000 abandoned buildings in the city. So that monument's effectively a no-go, because we have to tank our city to get to a certain stage. Now the medical center's tempting, because then everybody's healthy and we don't have to worry about hospital coverage and, not death waves, but death collection. The Hadron Collider is not a good idea, I feel. But the fusion power plant, we need an observatory, which requires... 1,000 abandoned buildings, even if I turned off the automatic abandonment bulldozing. That's a lot. That's a very uncomfortable amount of the city has to be abandoned, unlike the observatory. And I don't want to tank my city. I'd rather just make the city look slightly uglier with some weird power production placement. So let's squeeze in a little industrial zoning here. Squeeze it a little more by fucking with the zoning. God damn it. That color's wrong.
You're listening to The Classics, the home of music that looks as good on paper as it sounds when played through a notebook.
Son of a bitch. We lose the color anyways. Alright, hang on. There we go. All is well with the world. Definitely not the most beautiful industrial park, but guys definitely need some water delivered to them. But yeah, like I said earlier, is we can soak up a lot of unemployment with an office development downtown, which would be good. So that gives us a little bit of wiggle room, but I still think we might come up short on downtown power consumption. for production, I suppose. So we're trying to get this bottom tier. And it's tricky because the bridge kind of fucks it up, but maybe the bridge is the second tier. That allows the problem to solve itself. But that's a pretty tall tier because we didn't want any gigantic retaining walls. Because basically we're going to do the vanilla key and then we're going to decorate it. This seems kind of tall. Not a huge fan of the actual terrain sloping we do there. I'm not sure if I can tidy that up. But for now, and then we need to find a nice graceful way for the roads to transition between these seawall tiers as well. That'll be a little tricky. Not too tricky, but a little tricky. And I don't want downtown any further than this. That's actually already too fucking far, but we can probably just wood it or something. Alright, and then remember we learned from last time that we can match object height, which will be wonderful for making sure the tiers are very flat, because the whole goal here is to have very flat terrain for our downtown development. That one seems really tall, but I suppose maybe you wouldn't want any flooding, so maybe this is... Most of the district is above sea level by a lot, just to be safe. Because there's been some historical flooding with my engineering project, so maybe they wanted to keep this district for future-proof. They're paranoid. Really weird flattening over there. Best not to think about it. Did we grab everything? We didn't grab this side yet. And then we just set all these nodes to match the height of the monorail bridge. And then we flatten all the terrain to follow suit. Yeah, that is a really fucking tall, lower tier. This might just be all park, which would be a fucking holy shit, that'd be a colossal park, but I don't really know if we'll be able to fit much neighborhood down here. It'd be about 1 block. Maybe have a very long meandering part along the waterfront, and then we have like 1 block of commercial development down here. Let's try to get this flattened out. There we go. Just use the baby brush and it tends to play nice with the key, it seems. Things are a lot taller near the canal that we dug. But, I mean, yeah, we'll lose a little bit of the natural beauty of the peninsula, but the important thing is we need flat terrain for development. And we're definitely not developing here. This would be untamed wilderness, but I am going to get rid of these rocks. A little promenade of cafes and restaurants along the shore with a little bit of park. We can definitely do that using the, we can set a leisure or tourism. The district that the canal district is we can force that style of building. We'll get a lot of gyms. So there'll be a little bit of groundskeeping there to make sure everybody plays nice with each other. Yeah, so probably like this can be the promenade, and then we'll probably we'll come up here. We can get up here, and we probably want to way up around here. And then we're up on the monorail tier. We're going to add a, we've never used it, but I noticed it before the stream, is there's a bus monorail hub that goes over the road. And that's what we'll be using to sort of feed a lot of our traffic into. Just flatten up. You're just flattening me up, aren't you? And then, so yeah, it's going to be this one, and then just one more tier, I would say. It's probably easier to draw the key and then flatten everything in between. The elevation lines here, please, please. So we're here. Ah, Christ. I'd like a nice short walk. Cause I don't want these fucking massive ones like the Castle City. I want it to, like, you know, not tower over you. It's just there, so we have flat land. So we probably need something like this, which isn't a lot of room, but. And then I don't even know if I want downtown over here. Maybe downtown kind of stops at this peninsula, so this would just be... Yeah, let's just do this. So there's, like, the middle tier of downtown over here, definitely. Very, very straight, actually. I like that. Very man-made. Stop. I like that. Let's get some height matched. Having trouble seeing with the elevations and contour lines, they're called. Object height. Huh. This part of the wall is, but I feel like these nodes aren't. Did I just not touch? What the fuck? I completely missed these nodes. How did that happen? Still missed one. There. So, yeah, so that makes that middle tier pretty big, and then I kind of want to have another tier, but no, I think we'll just make this next one all one tier. Because that keeps the wall kind of small. Yeah, I think this is not an insanely tall retaining wall. I mean, it's tall, but it's not old city tall. And actually, I just came to the realization we can just grab all of it and then move it to lower it if I don't like it. There you go. So basically, for the road network, we're going to try to keep it a very, well, not grid, but we want grid-shaped blocks, and then when we get a regular connections, that'll be little parks. And also, because we're going to go with the IT cluster office buildings, those are huge, and they look really weird if they're shoulder to shoulder, so we'll put the office buildings in those weird little off-centered and misshapen blocks, and we'll surround them with landscaping, you know, little plazas, trees, benches. So they look a little roomy, and they also look more important. Banks of huge plazas in front of them and shit in the big city. I think I might actually lower this first wall and then just slope the bridge. Because this wall's huge. It is as tall as an apartment building, like this. One of these things is as tall as the fucking wall across the river. And I don't know how I feel about that. Well, there's two approaches here. Do I have an alternative? I don't. I should have grabbed... Ooh, I do have some Japanese retaining walls. Oh, please be kind. You're not. You're fucking not being kind. I actually really like these. I forgot I downloaded these. Japanese retaining wall without fence. I'm going to say this one would be with a fence, because this is the one near the water. I think because we maintained height, even when we delete the key, it forces that height of terrain. Let's see how this looks, because I mostly like the angle they have on those Japanese retaining walls, which is why I grabbed it. Now don't fuck me. Oh, you are. You are 1000% fucking me here. I've been fucked. Oh, bother. But I did say these were too high anyways. So these don't deform the terrain, unfortunately. Yeah, way too tall. These do showcase how tall the wall is, so definitely we're gonna go... Don't worry, I have a plan. We're gonna go with the old key, and we're gonna lower it. Autosave's causing trouble here. Hold together, girl. We're so close to the end. I don't think she's holding together. Hold. Close one.
Good to have you back. I've got an email from a listener who asks, you only play ancient music, play something new. Well, concerned listener, I think you are confused. We don't play any music from antiquity. You're thinking of our rival Plato 88.0 at 88.4. As for the classics, practically all the music you hear is quite recent, from the last 400 years. Thanks for listening.
So we'll force a height, and then we'll manually lower every single note at once until it's somewhere we like. And then, yeah, because this road doesn't need to be this high, so we can sort of lower the whole development. Because this is just a throughway road for now. It's not fucking with any buildings we've placed. But I want to get all the heights sorted out before we do start placing things like services and transport hubs, laying streetcar track and such. Actually, speaking of streetcar track, we're going to be definitely using a lot of that well, not quite the Barcelona style super blocks, but we're going to have these promenades like we have over here by Pickle Park, with these little fellas, where we can have a grid. So basically, where we can have a grid, it'll look like that. When we can't have a grid, we'll connect that with like a regular office. Well, it looks good. It looks good. Good shape. Wouldn't kill me to round it a little bit, but it's the height that I care about right now. Because normally, rounded things make it very hard to build around, but remember, we're going to basically landscape open spaces. Otherwise, there's going to be no fucking sunlight. It's going to be blocked in by skyscrapers all the time. 4,000 people go to the university this year. And yeah, they all want jobs, so office space will be a great boon for those students. And a boon for me, because they pay taxes and they don't create traffic. Could you not be in my way then, Mr. Tree? Thank you so much. Looks like I grabbed all the nodes. Okay. Object height sort of is the same. And then come on down. Something like this, because then the monorail, this one node still has time to ascend. I like this. This is a more reasonable height. Nothing too crazy. Then we just need to flatten everything and then lower that corresponding wall up ahead. But I'll tell you what we will do. Let's get our road here to match. Oh, they fucking got a little speed burst when they fell down, apparently. Alright. The one thing is I can't quite measure how tall this is to make the other tier match in height, but that's not right. I missed several nodes somehow. What the fuck? Yeah, and then it ascends not too steeply, and there's still room to get a snaked a road under there. And then we'll level the ground to show just how high the other wall is now, so that we can sort of decide how tall to make the next tier. And then we will just accept the fact that that bottom landscape is going to be fucking, we'll touch it up later with a smaller brush. Because yeah, the monorail bus hub goes over the road, so we'll have to, it'll be a little tricky to get that part of the blocks set up. Yeah, that wall is massive. It's about as big as one of the walls from the old city, which was meant to repel invaders. These walls are just meant to repel poor people. because downtown's the rich business part of town with the bankers and shit. Overpriced condos. Yeah, my god, those walls are big. And then that slope up in the hill. Okay. Well, actually, just because we didn't set height here, the wall's actually kind of short over here, and we'll probably mimic one of these heights. And that completely tanked the train at the bottom because I made too big of a brush, but it's not. I don't care about that right now. It's you and you. Oh, not you, but you though. Yeah, I think to really make the streets fancy, we'll go with a lot of those promenades that are only for local traffic. Definitely want some parking garages, but we also want it to be a very walkable district with the streetcars and the buses. So hopefully there won't be too much car traffic because there's going to be a decent amount of commercial traffic coming in to drop off goods, but the offices will just be workers and the apartments will just be residents. So a lot of that traffic we can hopefully soak up with our transit network. I can't even tell how fucking tall the wall was. Alright. Well, first everyone's got to be the same height. I just kind of eyeball it from here. Basically, a little more than one tile, because it's broken up into two, like, slabs here. There we go. So it actually loses a lot of the height it had. It's almost... Yeah, wow. I'd almost want to put one final tier in to really sell it to the tiers, but I think we'll just blast off the top. There's a cave here. Probably where the chuds hide, but we'll just block it off. What could go wrong? Really gotta use a smaller brush because every time I flatten a layer it just fucks with the other layer, the adjacent layer. But I think you could never truly fuck with the land on the key, so we can always use that to like eyedropper the desired height we're working with. It's actually not too bad here. It looks like it's just along the waterfront is where I really fucked it up. The key absorbs the worst of the transition. You can see the contours are just really fucky there inside the key. There's some minor bumps that I'm missing with the brush here, but those should be absorbed mostly when we zone a building. It'll just be like a couple inches higher than its neighbor, which isn't too ideal really, because for the commercial we want to go with that over in Pickle Park look, the wall-to-wall modern downtown business center sort of thing. So it all looks like indoor malls and shit, boutiques and such. This is the main reason we want it to be mostly flat. But I guess if it's mostly flat, we can move it to just like nudge them down once we're doing a flyby. And I'm like, whoa, that building doesn't look right. Stop everything. As I'm known to do. As I'm prone to do. So once we get things flattened, then we just need to figure out how to get roads up to the next tier, and how frequently to do so. The old city was not very popular, so we have like 2 entrances per tier, but we might need a lot more in the downtown. The downside being is that we'll have to break up the key to do that. But these walls are also short enough that we can just do a straight road. I believe we don't need those little like T intersection ramps we have in the old town. Also, while you're probably not going too fast downtown, you probably don't want to like take a 90-degree turn every time you go down a level. I especially don't want streetcars to take those turns because that'll murder their speed. That's that wall, and then this place is a fucking disaster. Our soil availability is still in really good shape. I was kind of worried we would run out of soil at some point. But we've been doing some pretty large projects, frankly. With no issue. Is this one key facing the wrong way? I think it is. Are these keys just facing the wrong way? I don't even know how that happened. Still the wrong way. I'm gonna say it's both these guys are fucked up because the terrain's way too even there, and I couldn't decide which way to face the key.
The 80s, 90s, and onward. 1780s and 1890s, that is. I'll be playing some lesser-known gems from those eras, so don't go away.
What the hell's going on here? Oh, that's a Harris key that predates our match object type shit we're doing over here, doesn't it? Just slope tool this away. Let's try that again. Ooh, starting to encroach on the upper tier there. Don't do that. Thought that was water coming up, but it's just a hot air balloon spying on my construction efforts. And this probably would have been quite the project. Maybe there used to be some stuff here. They had to buy up all the land from different landowners. Maybe vacation homes or cabins, hunting grounds, and then they'd have to put in the retaining walls and flatten the land. You have to get surveyors involved. Did I flatten all that up to top? I did, because I deleted the rocks. Let's get rid of the trees now, because they will not be surviving the downtown vision. This is probably the most tedious part of the build so far. Getting rid of several hundred trees. Wish I had a bulldozed brush. And then, yeah, we want some of the very strict grids where we can. Try to get as big of a grid as we can, and then we just sort of put some hodgepodge on the end to round it out. Oh, wait, I forgot the most important part of a retaining wall scheme. Well, no, it can come later. We still have to figure out how to get the roads up and down. We can get by with a little bush here and there hiding in a lot, but let's try to grab them all. It's generally flat, so let's... Oh, right, there are some problems here. I think we can probably... I want to say we should probably raise it to avoid flooding, but... for now, let's not care. That might be a end game touch-up sort of thing. I'm really tempted to put a nature preserve on the peninsula there by the canal, but I think it would be a city park. So the top layer is the largest, and it'll have the most skyscrapers to reflect that. Both by virtue of it being on the top and just the size of grids I'll be able to fit. Oh boy, it's a lot of trees. Just for how big the downtown is, I'm almost tempted to move Central Park over from the Butler District. But I think that'll take up a little too much of it. And I don't want it. I kind of want it. It's growing on me by the second. We're going to get 110,000 population soon. Butler District is probably starting to fill up with houses. Come to think of it. Because that's a very large neighborhood left that was just zoned and unfilled. Canal District also had a bunch of zoning waiting for developers. Jesus Christ, the fucking bulldoze brush would have paid for itself just today. I never used it for another part of the city, just for downtown. Normally we build, and then the trees get deleted by development, but I think to get my noodles stewing on this one, I need to see it empty. And yeah, we'll try to get a road network between the tiers, and then I think we'll start gridding out the top and work our way down. Or maybe gridding out the bottom. But Goldberg says we should get that promenade, and then a nice city park by the canal for the ferry, so you can watch it come by. How good for time here? Yeah, well, it's kind of flying, but we got the terraforming part out of the way. As long as it doesn't take 2 hours to figure out the roads. Let's be honest at night, though. Ooh, they have a lot of tiny trees. Almost got the place sweeped out. And we could even revisit it and try to curve these out a lot more nicely. I mean, they're not bad curves by default with the key, but the network toolkit might give us some even nicer curves. But yeah, the tricky part coming up next is having a good-looking gap for the roads to come up. Getting a little impatient here. Let's start leaving behind some of the baby trees and we'll just clean them up later. And then the grid's not going to go right up against the slope here, so probably right here. Hey, Justin. This is the last bit of trees, and the real work begins. So, I mean, yeah, downtown's not truly artificial. We just flattened a lot of the land and we have the retaining walls. But, like, this was forest. So it's not like some fucking wacky man-made Dubai island or anything. There you go. That's the bones of downtown. And this road serves no
Thanks for
purpose,
listening to
so
the
I want this
classics.
bridge
Your
to
home for
not
the
be so
best
fucking
works
big.
of the great masters.
Well, the bridge part, I suppose, can be a little tall, but... Actually, no, because the slope will mess with the monorail speed. To object height. Boop. Oh, hey there, Floaty. What are we doing? Actually, you don't need to be here, I feel. Unfortunately, you are a part of this, so I need to hide you inside another pillar. Our little secret. Try not to look too hard at it. A lot of traffic goes through there. Alright, so first things first, we need our monorail bus hub. That's one of the ways to get in and out of downtown. The monorail bus hub. Fortunately, it is fucking gaudily massive. I changed my mind. I think I just want a monorail station. And they'll have to cross the street if they want to go. I mean, we still need to build it. Monorail station with road. Monorail station. We want monorail station with road. Which I think we'll need to build the road and then attach to it. How dare you? So we've got our first transport drop-off point. This is a kind of a dangerous intersection because a lot of through traffic comes through here and people are trying to cross the street. They won't in the game, but in reality, I think a lot of people would just maybe cut through the subway station. Treat it like an overpass. Oh no, wait, you can't, because there's a track in the way. I'm an idiot. I suppose you want part of the station to be an overpass, like a lower level perhaps, oh well. But that's how you get off there, and then the streetcar needs to get up here. Which would be tricky. Yes. Force ground, don't you fucking dare. So the streetcar would slowly ascend here. Let's see what happens when we do that. Not the best. I mean, it's not. We're not in San Francisco, if that's what you're asking. You can move your chirpy. No, this is the base chirpy, and then there's the chat looks like a chirpy. That's just a chat overlay for the stream. Now how am I going to... It's the slope that I care about. Hey, Mumrick. I feel... Oof. Okay. I mean, does this feel too steep? This doesn't feel terribly steep, honestly. Let's look at our percent. What does Dan call it? It's not grade. 14%. 14% is kind of bad, but it's not the worst. This is actually 11%. Oh, well, I'm dumb. So, a little bit. 12%. Yeah, 12% on the slope isn't awful, and then I will force ground here. And then it's a little not curvy enough, so we are going to do this. So the streetcar would go up, and then I'm going to say it would go up, and then it would come down, and then loop into itself here. So you can catch the streetcar by the monorail, and then feeder buses would bring you to the streetcar. But buses wouldn't get you off the island. You'd have to take the streetcar or the monorail. That'll keep the bridges nice and empty. Hopefully just service vehicles and delivery trucks. But now we need to get these keys out of the way. Probably should have finished the streetcar line, but we can start to figure out how we're going to make the keys look tasteful here. I think I've gotten better on this city. I think we've really done some fancy stuff since our last city of Stenchburg. Alright, yeah, just really get right up there. Basically, I want to make sure it hits the road straight. And then... no, we would want it to not lower the terrain at all there. So yeah, that. And then this is the problem. Then this little hill. Hey there. Yeah, I gotta remember what I just said about the streetcar, because that is going to be the plan. And then it was like an 11 to 12% slope is what makes the ascent look nice. Looks like it doesn't ascend as nicely here. What the hell happened? Yeah, it gets you about like 3/4 of the way up the slope, I'd say. Yeah, we're on downtown now. It's coming, well, actually, it's not coming along at all. There's no buildings, but the road and the terraforming is underway. I think it just slopes differently because it was coming from the bridge down below. So there's that, you can come up through there, and then maybe it shouldn't be right up against the hill, I'm not sure. Because, yeah, this looks kind of weird, and oh yeah, it's not flat at all, is it? That could be a problem. We'll worry about it later, though. Let's continue with our streetcar plan. So yeah, probably just go like right through kind of the middle, and then swing down in the middle, and then connect to our friend over here. Well, let's do the lower part first, then. It's really flubs up that part, but we can actually nudge this wall out of the way, which we're going to do, because I need some room here. I need some room for that neighborhood. We can just network tool it. Is there an astronaut statue in the game? There's not, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess I was expecting to have to do more of like an engineering marvel to get these roads through the keys, but just drive up a slight incline and wall it in. Problem solved. Actually, I think we can save a little room if we... No, because this is kind of a big road, so we want a dedicated tram line. Not a sixer, though. Although the sixers do look nice. The sixes take up too much space. Four line, an 8 with tram lines. No, let's just do that. That's, where are you? There you are. Yeah, the tram road never meets the monorail road. It's just something that you can do. So you take the monorail downtown, walk down a block, catch the streetcar. And then, yeah, we come here, and then we cross up here-ish, I'd say. Try to get flush with the wall. Something like that. I think it's because one is forest ground and one is neutral. So that's yours, and then we'll just connect to this. That's our streetcar spine. And then, yeah, I think we'll do the bottom level first. What is going on? Yeah, I don't know. This one turned out weirder than this one. You actually cannot get under the bridge, but there's no way to get around that. So we'd have to give them like something like this. And then it's this weird dip, which I'm not in favor. Yeah, because if we do that, you can't really get around down here from this side. So he needs a little bit of room because we need to plug him back in to this. How did I do it over here? It's pretty clean on this side. I don't know what's going on over here. Yeah, just so we get that nice stone bridge, the streetcar separates briefly. Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of the edge of town, so whatever. Oh! Wow, the water level's a lot lower on this side. When did this happen? When did this happen? This is going to throw a real wrench in the works, I think, once we set height to match the other side of the river. The other side of the river is not level, so we'll just match like a nice looking part of Riverside.
Thanks for joining me through that exquisite selection of beautiful music. I think we have a moment, so let's go to the listener emails and see what they have to say. Here's one. Will you ever play any music featuring drum machine? Well, listener, I don't think so. You see, I find it's much more pleasing to
really
listen to
throw a
the sound
wrench in
that the drum
things.
produces when struck, rather than the manufacturing process or the equipment on which drums are made. Next thing
Just
you know,
say
you'll be listening
this.
to flute machines and
This looks
oboe
nice.
machines. I think that's one bit of modernity that we can do without.
Okay, yeah, then this bridge is
Thanks again for
way
the
too
message.
short.
This one is for you.
Well, we'll just do this. And you can actually walk under the promenade now if you wanted to. But now we have a massive problem with the fact that you can't really access this lower level from the streetcar street. I could have the bridge feed into the second level. That would look really sharp. And then, yeah, that makes all the bridges go, okay, I like it. God, these double taps. We're going to here. Yeah, we can probably, hopefully snake a road through one of these arches. Please stop snapping. It also merges rather tastefully. The Hamilton Bridge. It's a very small... I can't remember if there's a way to fix the node spacing with the road toolkit. Intersect, union, split, remove node, add, ooh, remove node. There we go. Nope, that's gargantuan. I think we would have to manually add a node. Oh, no, you don't. Actually, that's not too bad. A large anchor because we're on the mainland. It's a bit of a problem. I mean, we could also just have the bridge connect here and come down, actually. Let's try that. This would be just a regular road because the streetcar doesn't come downstairs. And then we can have a little pedestrian path as well, maybe, along the edge of the quay wall here. But what's a nice road? Probably just a two-laner with maybe bike lanes for walkability, but I don't know. Let's find that one road we used in Rockfield now that we know how to set the trees. There's a road with a protected bike lane, which does really suit downtown. Yeah, there it is. With parking. With a tree on the median. What's the difference here? Oh, this is a one-way, okay. So a nice tree. Not a road tree. Oh, junipers. Our little helper. Just need to get a good scent. And then, there you go, some junipers on your bike path. Oh man, I love the streetlights. I think I set those a long time ago. That might be the exact same settings we used in Rockfield. Now I like the, unfortunately, that sort of demolished the brickwork there, but... So you could get off the bridge and go down to the shopping, I don't know, like the more passing through shopping district. And then as you go deeper, that's the bankers and the boutiques. There's a lot of streetlights here we don't want, remember. I really want to add a node. Oh, yeah, we can force a node here to make it elevated now that we know that we can add nodes. Right here between the keys. And then elevate. That looks fucking awful when it connects to a bridge tile. So instead, I think we want this to go all the way to the cliff. Why would you do that to me? Oh boy. Screwed on this force ground setting. Whoops, that's a bridge. elevate. There we go. Still a little messy where it meets the bridge. I don't know why. Should be able to fix that with some sloping, I hope. Let's try the terrain tool. This should all be elevated. Shit. No, what is... Are you not a bridge? Is that what happened here? You should be elevated. Huh. Yeah, that forces bridge. Huh. But just on the one side, I wonder why. We're gonna remove that because too many nodes. So doing it in one draw should give it better node spacing. It did. And then I want a nicer slope down here. Nice, gentle 5 degrees. It's not straight though. I forgot that this tool does not play nice. Oh, never mind. It's just like the right, because the cursor just hits the collision of it. Okay. There we go. That's a little nicer. Of course, don't like this forced crosswalk, and there's not a real way to fix it. And then you'd be on the bridge. This bridge will get busy, hopefully. Hopefully not too busy, but... yeah, how the fuck are we gonna do this? Well, I might just be able to do this. Just move the key. It's going to be a lot. So it's a bit of a mismatch when you come up, but you're up. This gets you to the second level, and you can turn down onto the bottom level. I'm not a huge fan of this. Oh yeah, the tram road just kind of masked it. But yeah, it was. This guy was forcing the road up. You're right, I think. And once we get off the bridge, actually, I think we can even make the bridge asphalt. I think I want everything downtown to be that fancy asphalt. So, Juniper Trees, I kind of like them, but you want to be able to see the traffic, wouldn't you? So maybe Junipers aren't the best choice here. Let's just place some trees. A little fashion show decided who what we want. Bush, you're gigantic. You're not bad, you just look weird. Huh. The juniper on the road is much smaller. Cypress trees are too huge. A linden tree, nope, that's way too big. It's way too tall. A little bush. A young Norfolk pine, that's probably a terrible idea. You have your oak tree. Pacific coast of North America while we're in Europe, so. Pine plants too wide. Young trees too tall. I like tiny garden tree. Yeah, small junipers, okay. I kind of like the small juniper the more I look at it. Those are way too tall. I wish I had a baby birch. I just like birch trees. I like the contrast, I suppose.
The classics,
Oh yeah, baby juniper
where
is
we
fine.
harp on the chordists and flout the flautists.
I'd like a few more of them, so like distance 5. And we want that nice asphalt looking color. There. Oops, don't do that. This is where things will get a little tricky. We kept the bridge, and then you can just say we paved over it. Resurfaced, or whatever I think is the word. You can't. I can't resurface bridges. Well, I can't resurface these bridges. That's a shame. Those aren't small junipers. It reset the tree, didn't it? I think I want the bike lane on the other side. Otherwise, you don't have a view of the river. But that's probably also complicated by the fact that I changed the tree. Juniper small. Small juniper, I'm guessing that juniper small. Small juniper. But yeah, I want on the other side. Boop. So you would come down, and then maybe... Nah, I wouldn't want a business right on the promenade you're blocking your view. So yeah, the road would follow it, I say. This might cause some problems with the terrain here. We might not be able to lower the terrain enough building a road this close to the quay, which would also explain why we had problems with the streetcar ramp bridge. And then yeah, this is the end of it, and this would become wilderness here. Well, not wilderness, but maybe we don't tend to that part of the city. Okay, and then remember we are trying to keep grids for some nice, not necessarily down here, because this would be a leisure district, so the things can kind of be any shape they want. There we go. And I'll say we'll put in some actual bike lane roads here as well, just to maintain the theme of the protected bike lane. Because we might want some of these denser 4 lanes. We'll want some promenades as well, I suppose, down here. But let's work on a bit of a grid using bike lanes. Bike lanes? Bicycle lanes, there you are. Alright, don't force ground, and I need my snapping so I can see my grid. Please don't do that. Remember, some grids are fine, and other times we'll just fill in the holes. I definitely want this to be all that asphalt. Those newer looking roads. So yeah, so this is not as popular of a road, so you can just ride on the shoulder. But then, oh my god, these roads look fucking miserable with the asphalt. Yuck. damn it. I really want the bike lanes, though, for accessibility. And then, do we want to get under here? Yeah, we kind of do. Okay. I really don't want to do the protected bike lane everywhere, though, but that looks really fucking gross. It's all along it. What in the world is that? Default. I don't know what that is. Settings. Shit. Slopes are going to be the death of me. We can fix that with Move It. It just wants to force a slope when we're a little too close to the key there. And there's some businesses here. Not a lot to work with, but there's some. Where's my zoning? I didn't move it. So there's businesses there. And then kind of the same thing on each side. And okay. So yeah, not too much going on down here. Really just one block, right? A block or two, maybe you could say, but I think I'm just gonna have this elevated all the way down. I really don't like that shit. Really don't like that little hill it creates. Color's wrong. No, the color's right. I can't paint on I can't paint asphalt on a bridge? That seems so weird. It seems so weird. And then do I want to go through? I kind of want to go through, so yeah. Do I have enough clearance? Oh yeah, that's enough clearance for a car, easy. And then I'd say on this side of the bridge you can have the buildings facing it, because there's not as much people passing through. And yeah, this would just be big stuff on both sides of the road, and give them a path over to the promenade when you're on your way. Not even that far, I'd say. So about as much as I want on that side. Since there's only one way in, you don't want a shitload of traffic, right? So yeah, we'll tree this up. And we could put a path if you wanted to walk over to the canal and watch the ferry, but this won't be a city park. No, wait, I said it would be a city park, didn't I? This would be a city park. Which would be a little hard to decorate, but I think we can make it work. That would be Canal Park, because it goes by the canal. And I think we could get a bridge over this. The hard part would be coming down and having it meaningful on this little island, but I think the ferry's small enough that you could get a bridge over that. We'll have to wait for the ferry to pass by. Perfect, there he is right now. Let's do it right now, see what kind of bridge we can fit. I think he's shorter than the canal itself. And he is. As long as it clears the canal, you're fine. Just make sure that you're not driving a bus over that bridge and you shit on the ferry. That's not fun for anybody. It's a pedestrian path, so I guess it would just be people shitting. That elevated pedestrian path, this is the one we used in the sewage treatment plant, this 10 thing. Very narrow, but it would prevent anyone from falling in. It's way too narrow, actually. I think we'll just go with a bridge. Be responsible. If you die, it's not my fault. There's a waiver involved. And that is not level. Oh, it is. That actually is level. And we can guarantee that with the set object height. There you go. One level footbridge. Just want to average this out. Get a little slopey. Real careful though, or we'll have I'm on the fucking level tool again. I thought I was sloping. So we have a little park now. Well, the beginnings of a park. It'll probably be bigger and more popular than Federal Square, mainly because we haven't decorated Federal Square at all, but we can get you over to this side of the river and then... Yeah, it's really just a path. There's not much to it. It's just something to do if you're downtown and you want to get away from things on your lunch break. Come out here to your crying rock. The hard part will be actually getting back to ground level in a reasonable amount of time. Ah, we can't go through rocks. Right. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. You're still elevating. You're too close to the canal, I bet. Would you fuck off? There. It's too slopey. And we lost our rock. Not a problem. We're gonna have to move him out of the way for a bit. And you. These two guys here. I'm just trying to make some squiggle roads here. The snapping might be not good. I'll just place you back later. Fuck you. Yeah, just something to do when you get out here. Put some benches down for picnics. Nothing too fancy. It's just apathic. Not quite a nature preserve, but it's just something to do out here. Don't want it to be too, exerting. This is like for office workers. Can meet up. Come on back. I don't think I have room for this one anymore, actually, now. Unless... really embrace the power of the move it. Notice that if we curve it a certain way, we lose the little intersection node, which is what I'm trying to do. There we go. And then we'll definitely want to put a fence up so you don't fall in. Because if you fall in here, if you fall in the river, you are fucked. And then they're the same height, so we can just lower both of them until they touch the canal completely. There we go.
Thanks for listening to the classics. Your home for the best works of the great masters.
There's that little bridge, which I'm not in love with the fact that it was created. Plenty of room. It's actually very dangerous. It's a very long bridge with no supports. Maybe it's just anchored very securely as part of the canal wall, we'll say. Got a little park. I don't know if I want this to be a beach as well, but maybe it would be. Maybe not a beach. Maybe like a... Because we have some like rich people beach stuff, like the wicker furniture with the cushions and shit. So that might be like a snooty cabana sort of area, as opposed to something like the lake, where it's like you can take your kids swimming. But this is a city park, so it needs a city park gate. I was going to call it Canal Park, but we'll call it Rockley Island, just because you said it. Building must be placed roadside. Are you not? Well, then place it roadside. Do I need to define the park area first? Oh, I see. I have zoning disabled on all these roads. I have zoning disabled on all these roads. Oh no, oh no. Shouldn't have held it down. Oh, now you can fucking paint yourself with asphalt. Look at you. Oh, never mind, because it was forest ground. I see what happened. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now let's add our park. Main gate. Sterling Park. No, that's not what it's called. We can also use all this. This is all park area too. We'll have to add the buildings, though, to get the park level really up. Would downtown have a zoo? We already have an amusement park, so I've decided the zoo is the one park we're not going to place, because we already have a nature preserve and a city park and an amusement park. So I think a zoo would be... A zoo would be too much shit for a city this size. We already got a bit of Raccoon City on us. We got a lot of shit a city of 110,000 people shouldn't have. We have an amusement park, a zoo, petrochemical plant, a mine, a lumber mill, vast farmland, a subway system, a ferry, multiple train stations, its own university, its own airport. Pretty expansive tram network. Rockley Island. We don't cover the whole map because of course we cover a little bit more than you could possibly own in vanilla, and then we also own the whole map due to mods. We take up a lot of space. Alright, now the hard part is actually going to be fitting in the buildings to level up our park. But remember, this is kind of a city park. So the fact that it goes into the wilderness is just like a fun fact. And of course, because this is downtown, and we've already terraformed a bunch, we can flat land, especially the further we get away from the island. To accommodate buildings. Like this plaza, we can flatten land so the plaza has some place to be. And then we learned from Flatten Park, you just wrote it in, and that helps keep it pretty squared off. We're actually going to do that here. It's already pretty flat because we already used the tool. So actually, as long as we stay off the island, well, as long as we watch it for like this hill, there's a pretty comfortable amount of flat land. Okay, I like that. We can make it a tiny bit bigger than the past, so it still has road access. But then we can do like vine tool with bushes. Because it's like there's a bit of wilderness, but this is definitely an artificial park when you're not across. Like, obviously, this is a natural rock formation. This is all natural, but outside those two rock formations, this is an artificial wilderness, greenland sort of thing we have going on. Definitely put like some cafes and stuff near the beach. Bankers would come here and eat their lunch, grab a coffee in the midday. Maybe not, though. I mean, if you're a real power banker, you're all the way up here on the top tier. So you'd catch the streetcar, you'd cross the street to the monorail, and then like maybe we'd have a stairway down here, and then you're still in like this other shopping district. It'd be quite the work, quite a bit of work. Give him a pooper, because I hate not knowing where the shitter is. That's why I don't like to travel. It's like if you can't feel your wallet, you panic. I need to know where the pooper is. There won't be anything on the island, I feel. A park pier. So you can kind of just barely see that the ferry would come by. No, sorry, the ferry would come by on this side. So it would be on... Yeah, shoreline required. I fucking know. Stop snapping over here. I would want it here. So you could sort of... Oh, because the canal has a sort of bulge. So yeah, I want this here. So you can get a better look at the ferry as it comes by. And I think that's nice. Except it's a tree in the way, so we need it a little bit more. A little bit more. Put them over here. Just so you can sort of relax and see the ferry. The transportation boat, not the mystical creature that flies by. Still up pretty high, because that's a recurring problem with city skylines. The water buildings are way too tall. And then out here, there's a park pier with a platform, so you can kind of see Whispering Gorge and be like, "Ah, we should head up to the gorge this weekend. It's been forever." That one's got a hole, though. I almost feel that would be for, yeah, docking boats. It's even got little buoys, I think, right here is what that is. But how the hell are we going to get near the water line? We'll have to put it here. So I guess you're kind of more closer to Delta States. You know, maybe you can catch a glimpse of the mailman going to bang your wife and then you regret your life as a high-power investment banker, but... the mayor helps in any way he can. Giving you access to little services like that. How the game would react to a ferry going from Rock Lee to Whispering Gorge. There's not enough room, because like the pier itself is massive. The pier, I believe, also needs to be on the road. Yeah, it generates its own road. There's no passenger-only ferries, unfortunately. So yeah, you'd have to have at least a little bit of road here, and then it would go to... There's not really any room in Whispering Gorge because of all the fishing boats, and then again, Whispering Gorge needs road access. Yeah. It would be nice to have like a little passenger ferry, but that's not possible, basically. And I want another pier on this side. So you can see the sewage treatment plant. Never mind. Let's get some gazebos. Perfect. That one's a little too... Yeah, I wish I could toggle this view off because it's hard to see because it sort of hides the terrain features. You have a very nice view of Riverside from that gazebo. You can see the expo center. Why the fuck did that gazebo need so much space? Look at that. Jesus, I wanted it to be like on the cliff. Put the larger gazebo. Yeah, we need some more room for this guy because he's a biggie. Ooh. Look at that. It looks like it connects the two paths. Fancy. Right outside the pooper. That's a good place for a gazebo, right? Ah, smell that fresh river air. Kind of smells like poopy. There's not a lot of things to add to a park, unfortunately. Really is just the plazas and the cafes. But we're gonna probably have a lot of cafes here. And I kind of liked how open it is, but we might come back and wood it. I really like the gazebo, but I regret putting the bathroom there. So we will put the bathroom near the entrance. There, so even if you're not going on a nature hike and you're in the area and they won't let you use the bathroom in the store, you can just pop into the park and fire one off. How we doing here? Park area info. Entertainment level, it does not know. Let's unpause it for a second so it can realize what I've done. 498. I think we need 500 for a milestone, so one more building. And that'll give... An info booth near the entrance is also going to be a good choice. Right near the shitter. We'll flip it around. Okay, and then the info booth. With some nice... I want it to look like you can get to it from both sides, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it's too many trees. It's at odds with the road. No, that's not true, because I can make this a not decorative path. There we go. So you can access the park info booth from the side there when you come in as well. You can say, "Can I use the shitter?" And they'll say, "Yes, this is Europe." So it's a nice city park. I really like it. That should get us, yep, 784. I don't think the park info booth gives 200 entertainment, so I think it maybe was just waiting to catch up. But that's a nice little city park, and I really like the bridge over the canal for the
I
ferry.
think we have a moment.
So you can watch it coming from here, you can look at Riverside, or you can watch your wife cheat on you. You can kind of see Whispering Gorge. You can definitely see Whispering Gorge from over here.
Featuring drumming.
You unfortunately can't see the sewage treatment plant. Just don't look that way.
Listener, I don't think so.
All
You
right.
see, I find it's much more.
And then I
pleasant
want to say
listen
this is
sound
all
of
going to be
drummer
commercial down
uses
here. I don't
when
think anybody would
stopped,
really want to live
rather
downtown
than
unless it's an apartment building. And I
manufacturing
don't want
process
apartments
or
on
the
this lower
equipment on
tier.
which drums were made.
So I'm going to say this is going to be
Next thing
all...
you know, we'll be listening to flute machines and oboe machines. I think that's one bit of modernity that we can do.
I forget the leisure. I think it's
Thanks
leisure
again
and
for the
tourism are the
message.
two district
This
types.
one is for you.
This one will be leisure, and we're going to curate our zoning a little bit more compared to something like Hamburger Heights, where we just like build here, hope for the best. We'll like place down 3x3s, and then when we can't do that is when we'll place organic and local produce. We want this one. We want leisure. In the Glade district. I mean, it's going to be like downtown bottom. I do wish that we could have sub-districts or something, because I just want to set the specialization. Like, this is leisure, and then the top is IT, and then the middle is just commerce. And I think Justin said that if you set a specialization, it doesn't matter what density you do, because it will fill in with the buildings it has access to. That's a good drag, though. So's this. And then we don't want shit on the beach. So 3x3 there. Whatever grows there, grows there. Alright, this. Like this little guy. Generally, this is some pretty good zoning. Because leisure will give us little things like the gyms and stuff, so this should look good. It's paused because these guys have no water right now. There's going to be a lot of gaps we'll have to fill in, though, but that'll just give it some charm. That'll look nice. Ooh, that is right up against the key wall, but you know, sometimes we'll have stuff up against the key wall, whatever. This is kind of wasted. Actually, a lot. We are not going to have that much commercial demand for quite some time. So maybe I should try to hide some houses in here. I would say this would definitely be the self-sustaining kind of stuff. So we'll get these little, like, rich houses. Self-sufficient. Right? Self-sufficient. Leisure? Yeah, perfect. And then suddenly we just want to swap out some of these for a little low-density housing. Maybe closer to the shore, especially as we get near the river. That would also justify the bike paths. 'Cause, like, not everyone's gonna bike out here just to live, or sorry, to work. How about some small housing on the beach? Not the best beach, frankly, and I can't really force a super nice house. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll meet you halfway on this. And we'll try to hand pick a nice house. Probably not self-sustainable housing. Probably another one that we have somewhere. We really only have room for one house, I'd say, so it'd have to be a pretty nice or unique-looking building. I have just a bunch of junky UK flats, UK bungalow. I have a lot of nice houses that aren't in any of my themes, but we can get these to grow by disabling themes, which I think is what we did in Hamburger Heights and shit. So that's just a really nice house. I think I downloaded the theme wrong was the problem with a lot of this stuff. These European houses won't really be a beach house, so let's try to get out of here. Here we go. What's this? Oh. There we go. That or this, or I like the white one just because it's got the beach furniture on it already. Give them a little promenade through the road. We'll go with the wooden one, actually. I want to go back to my mansion, eat my lobster. That is nice. That part's not. Asshole's Villa isn't actually that close to the water, but it would flood, so. Come on. Jesus Christ. The problem with this is ploppable houses usually backfire on me, so this might not even grow in. This is definitely a historical house. Pray it doesn't become abandoned. Yeah, there's some hot shot that wanted to live on the beach. Hello. Where did you come from, mister? There you go. Did you? Yeah, you were just on the edge. So you decided you didn't need to match a theme. There he is! You're a university student at the School of Engineering. Oh, daddy's money. Off we go to school. It's gonna be a long fucking drive, but I gotta see this. We don't even need... I mean, we know she's going to university, so we only need to see the camera. It's a nice part of town once it fills in. Up we go. I wonder if she's going to drive the whole way, or I wonder if she'll actually switch over to some public transit. That is a hell of a commute. I would say that's probably the better part of an hour at least to get to Farthington. Get out of the fucking way. What is this? Where the hell are you going? She's switching over to the monorail bridge. Why didn't you just turn right then? Oh, hello? Where the fuck did she go? She's walking. God damn it, we lost her. What was her name? Anna Campbell or something? Shit. She's in the wind now. It's weird that she fucking hopped out. Because, well, no, sorry. She might actually be going to the Nexus, and then she would take the monorail into town, and then you can catch a bus or the subway. I would say the main failing of Siemens Square is we don't have a streetcar come to here, because if we had a streetcar come to here... No, wait, we do. It's right here. I fixed this. Just nobody wants to use the fucking thing. Everyone's got bus fever, oddly enough. This house is probably, yeah, not enough water, but actually, other than that, it's doing okay. Let's give him some water. Not to snap, please. Oh wow, this place is filling in already. We really do need to get the upper layer zoned, because it's the offices that'll help fix our demand, I hope, because like I said, we have a lot of unemployed university graduates. Based on how quickly the office is filled up in my test downtown, which we've already progressed past test downtown. My test downtown was just making sure the keys looked nice when I flattened the terrain around them. So that gives us our water there. And then, I don't know how I feel about this, because I do want to have development over here, but we really only have room for the run the road. And I think the park buildings actually do need a water connection, but we will just have these out in the middle of nowhere because it's a park, so if there was a problem, they could just rip it up. They don't need to worry about the road. We can just dig right in there. Alright, and then yeah, we get these little fellas, like a diner. And a karaoke bar. The one problem is the entertainment and leisure zones don't have a lot of variety in their buildings. And I think nobody really ever modded more in. So it'll be a very repetitive looking tier, which is why we made it just the bottom one, because the bottom one's kind of small in the grand scheme of things. We got the little park. And then yeah, we can have some beach stuff. I'm gonna wall her fucking mansion in, actually. Give her a nice wooden privacy fence. Which I would say, actually, no, I have a privacy fence I downloaded, didn't I? There it is. The one downside, I suppose, is the privacy fence. What am I doing? We can give them a zoo fence, because that really gives it that villa feel, and we don't have a zoo, so that's a pretty unique fence for this man. Oh yeah, now that is a Richie Rich fence if I've ever seen one. And then just have it all the way down because it's a private beach. I want to say they don't really have private beaches. No, they definitely have private beaches in there.
hello again from the classics, the home of the flute.
I only speak English. This fence looks kinda fucky, but the only way to fix it is to change the terrain, which we can't really do because of the house, which is the main reason I wanted the fence, that I wanted to kind of mask that lump. Yeah, there's their mansion off the street there. If I ever see that person again, I should just name the street after whoever lives in it. Let's follow this ferry through the park, why don't we? Definitely a lot more than the last time we followed the ferry by that island. And then, yeah, you'd maybe see people fishing or just watching you as you caught the ferry. Probably a commuter ferry, because it goes to Farthington, and a lot of people in Farthington have to live in the city, because Farthington's mostly residential if you don't work at the university. You see balloons in the air. Really good skyline in this city. Man, Hamburger Heights is getting really fucking tall. Look at that stuff. Wow. What the hell? That is way too tall. What the fuck is that? It's like the final level of an arcade brawler. Hello? Is this a hotel? The King Residence. Yeah, the fucking King of Europe. Holy shit. I don't like that. I want a high-rise ban on this part. Because this is technically part of Hamburger Heights, we'll call this Bun Hills. I just need a high-rise ban. I forgot about that spooky cave where children go to die. Oh, another kid fell in. Oh well. Should we fill it in? Nah. We need a city planning high-rise. Because, yeah, Hamburger Heights looks cool, but that really fucks up the view. And now that the city's coming along as far as it is, we can actually make decisions like that. It's like, oh, I don't like the look of that. Yeah, that really fucks up the view from the park, I feel. Because you can kind of see some buildings, but that really takes over the skyline. I don't like it. It's the people jump high. Yeah, because it's a vanilla ferry pier, but it's not a vanilla ferry. I think even a vanilla ferry is they might clip up a little bit, but City Skylines again has that problem where they must be a problem with the way they do their water simulation, so they just decided to make everything nowhere near the water to avoid flooding conflicts, because yeah, this is fucking massively off the ground for a ferry. But I don't have any custom ferry docks, unfortunately. I don't know how I feel about this fence actually, because it's so lumpy. But I want it to be like, oh, this is their land, you can't go here. It's so fucking lumpy. Can't lower that even if I wanted to, right there, unfortunately. Darn. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? Is that a blimp or a hot air balloon? It's a hot air balloon, there it is. So yeah, I think we need to get started on our other neighborhoods so we can get some office fulfillment. So yeah, I'll say this middle tier is modern city center. With some European, because I don't know if modern city center actually accommodates offices. Have I met a slums yet? Slummiest part of town would probably be certain parts of Farthington, or like very old working class neighborhoods, stuff like this. Or there's even like, yeah, much denser ones over here. These would probably not happen in places to live. A lot of foot traffic. Actually, that's a very wide sidewalk because I made the road too narrow. If I doubled back and I did another slummy neighborhood like that, I wouldn't use the narrow road. The narrow roads didn't really do what I wanted them to do. I wanted it to feel cramped, but it doesn't. It just actually gives everybody gigantic sidewalks. How's the Butler District? It's actually not filled in the slightest. That's weird. Here it has. We have a little commercial. Ooh, that's a beautiful little store. An organic food market. Wow, that is nice. I would love to have something like that grow in the castle. City centers are a mismatch. Sorry, I mean there's a building theme that's literally called Modern City Center. I'm not sure if it adds unique office buildings or it'll just suck in office buildings from everything else. That's not a bad... Where? I saw an HSBC somewhere. There it is. That's not a bad little part of a commercial drag right there. There's a bunch of traffic, actually. I don't like that. What the hell's going on here, fellas? Streetcars in your way, I guess? There's a lot of personal traffic in Farthington. Once we do finish downtown, we might do a little bit of like end-game traffic cleanup. That's about it. Oh, someone's house is leveling up. They just planted some grass on the roof. Look at you, saving the world. The game station, right by the park. You could tell your mom you're going to the park, but joke's on her. You're going to the game station. And then, yeah, it's barely taller than the retaining wall. So you basically get a better view the higher and higher up you are. So like if you're up here and you're like at the top of an office building, you'd have a pretty commanding view of the city. And then these other office buildings and such wouldn't be in your way. Okay, all that's zoned out, and then, I don't know, downtown shore. I don't like this, so we'll do this. We'll just give them like a block on this side of the river. And then the key will just end. There are some nice, like American slum themes. Not really a European slum theme I noticed on the workshop, but you can make some nice, like rural or low-income American neighborhoods using Steam Workshop mods. I think I'm going to step away for a moment to grab a drink. We're getting close to the end, so we finished the one level. I said in advance, though, that I knew downtown would be multiple streams. I mean, the castle was multiple streams. And that's a relatively small neighborhood, but that taught us a lot. That gave us a lot of skills we needed for this downtown. We're making this key fold off a lot easier. Can I... What the fuck did you just do? I wonder if I can actually... like fold you into. You can't. They get really mad at each other. Okay. This. Can I? Yeah, you can pretty much hide the terrain that the road creates. Okay. Pretty much hide it. There's a nice shoreline. Oh no, it's actually still pretty visible over here. That might is maybe the bridge or maybe just the roads are gonna permanently fuck me here. They're permanently fuck me here. Nope, I just need to paint closer to the wall. I mean, I suppose I can paint to my heart's content because the road is effectively forming a barrier there. I can't lower past it by accident. I like the concept of retaining walls, and I've never really been able to pull them off. So now that I'm kind of getting the hang of it, I'm kind of like challenging myself to use them more in this city. I suppose it's a bit of a crutch in that I don't like building on slopes, so retaining walls help us flatten land and reclaim areas that otherwise we would have to get really weird with and lose land to lot sizes being uneven and shit. How's this slope where the beach is? That looks nice. Yeah, it doesn't quite go into the water in some areas. Like here, what the fuck happened here? Thought I squished all you. Apparently not. I really missed that. What the fuck? Oh, I'm guessing it's because every time I flatten it a little bit, the water recedes, and that reveals more. Right? Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. And then have one little last block here, and then this is all wilderness as it ascends up into the hills. Last of the down part. And then we can put some houses over here too. I suppose this would be a more housey area. I think Leisure's actually quite noisy, so we might have some crybabies and the chirps.
The classics, where we harp on the chordists and flout the flautists.
This is too close to the retaining wall, so we can't really build anything there. And this all can be house. You guys need water? Nope, you're all juiced up. You're good. Alright, I'm gonna go grab that drink like I said I would. I suppose we'll switch to fancy view for a moment. It froze. Do we have an academic here, or are you broken on autosave? No, it just stopped moving. That was weird. So yeah, lower level is finished. I like it. Now we're on the middle layer, which is a little trickier because we have to get this monorail connected to this streetcar network. Not too complicated. Looks like we're going with 4-lane avenue roads as our connectors, or sorry, collectors. And I think junipers are the order of the day. Young junipers. No, I think we can fit regular junipers in an avenue. Those junipers, am I fucking blind? Maybe it's not as alphabetical as I thought. Juniper. No, yeah, full-size junipers look really nice here. Let's go with this. So remember, we're trying to have grids, and then we hook up to the network. And I feel for the most part they'd even be pedestrian-based. That's a nice juicy one. I think this is already bigger than the development we have at Pickle Park. Lots of four-ways here because it's local traffic only. Actually, no, we don't need a lot of four-ways. So we can have some pretty nice connect. Well, hang on here. Force ground. I fucking. Ooh. Force ground. My God. Normal. Something like here. Nah, because you would want some waterfront. I am at -3 for some reason. I don't know when that happened. See, there's a nice little neighborhood off the road. So yeah, you would catch the streetcar, and then there'd be a station right here. You'd hop off and then walk over, do your shopping or working. And then, yeah, we would hook onto this with some more regular shaped bike lane roads. Again, here the same thing. And then when we get these weird ones, this is all park space plazas. Squeeze in an office building if you can. leave room for services too, I suppose, won't we? Actually, I think we'll make these whole 2 layers IT clusters, and then we'll just be very, well, not liberal, because we do have to space them up, but we'll have a lot of office buildings. We just got to make sure the office buildings are at least like 4 tiles away from each other, because they're so towering. Why are you up 2 meters? Don't do that. Oh my god. Sometimes you just gotta force ground for whatever reason. Oh, these all have their own tree set. We can just paint over it. We want young junipers on each side. Maybe not. Maybe a nicer tree. Not a conifer or a birch, but... what's a small juniper look like? Yeah, a small juniper is way too small. Maybe a crown tree? Regular tree medium? Ooh, regular tree mediums, actually. Not regular tree small. Regular tree small. Oh yeah, regular tree small. Regular tree small, spacing 20. There we go. Beautiful promenade alert. Doesn't even look that much different from the vanilla ones, but we'll know the difference. Looks like these streetcar tiles don't actually have zoning, and that might be for the best. That might be a little interesting. If the actual road network doesn't face businesses and you have to turn off. That wouldn't be very downtown, but might help under the hood for traffic, frankly. Is that a hill? No, that's manageable. Oops. Not gonna get any nice grids in here, so that's gonna be shaped like some weird shit. This can. Should be able to hold at least a 1. Well, that's ugly. Oh, it's obsessed with just never snapping where I want it. Come on. It's like just fucking snap to it. Grid. Road line downs. There. What a chore that was. Not ideal. Not an ideal strip there. There's some nice chunks over here to work with, though. Ooh. That is a nice one. It's getting close to time to wrap up. I'd like to finish this second level. I think that's good enough. I think we can switch over to the bike lane road for the connections. Well, no, sorry. We also have the 4-lane with trees, because it's not just all it's not just all 2 lanes getting around the city. That can probably be a 4-laner. Because that also just gives us access to the turning lanes, right? So that's a big help. This would be a 4-lane, but one's a promenade, so I think we can get by. So that one we'll do with our friends the Junipers, and then here. This is unfortunately going to be a pretty busy road, and it's a 4-way. Streetcars turn here, a lot of traffic. Probably not going to be very bueno. Alright, I did not actually zone this place as downtown. Would you look at that? So, I kind of want a high-rise ban. I don't think you can high-rise ban IT cluster, but it'll high-rise ban the commercial. And the tippy top will be no high-rise ban. Ivy Hills, we'll call this Midtown. City planning is high-rise ban. And themes, I want... And then we set it to IT cluster. And then we've got our little bicycle roads to handle the rest of this neighborhood. Really should put some stuff here. This... I don't know, maybe... You know, no. No, I changed my mind, because we can put an office building here. Remember, whenever we have a 4x4 and not really anything else around it, that can be an office building with landscaping. Probably fit a couple office buildings here by the look of it. Especially if we get it on the edge now that I think about it.
A lovely piece. It sort of reminds me of the time I was out by the lake enjoying the sun and the trees, and I was in such a good mood that I pulled out my phone and listened to the very track we just heard. Delightful.
This is a very bad intersection, but I want to take advantage of this lane here. We don't really want these huge inaccessible chunks here, but I mean, if it's unzonable, we can do some dressing, and if it is zonable, we can put like gazebos and shit. And there's some land on this side we lost. Shit. Yeah, I really don't want a 4-way into a 4-way into a 4-way. This one I'm already concerned about if it's too busy. The upside is with these bike lanes is we can swap these out for asymmetricals, and the bikes can just go somewhere else. Oh, man, how are we going to do this? This would probably definitely have businesses on it. I'm actually going to give them another collector connection here. That seems a little too busy, but at the same time I feel maybe you would have intersections right at the edge of the bridge frequently. I might be wrong though. Oh, I don't want that traffic light there. And since we're in traffic light mode, we might as well strip out some of the others we've created today. That monorail station has no water. Toilet's just been filling up for days. Gross. This place isn't filling in. Well, actually, it is. It's just it's a lot that has to fill in. Quite a few game stations down here, huh? We really need those offices. Some Farthington water network there. All right. There's already an intersection here, so we might as well get a road over. Yeah, definitely not super grid, but I'm trying to get a lot of grid-shaped buildings, I suppose, would be a better way of saying it. And of course, a Forster Junction. The hell tool am I in that's trying to do that? Junctions. There we go. I suppose I need to paint over that monorail road to be asphalt too. I can't remember if I have any hand-placed monorail here. I don't think so. I think the only hand-placed monorail is on the bridge, and we can't paint bridges for whatever reason. Some good zoning there. So yeah, the problem right now is the only way to get to the lower area is this one road. It's a very busy road. So what I want is, we probably have a ramp here near the edge of downtown shore because there's no zone. There's no zoning being utilized anyways. And I think I also want a ramp here somehow. near Rockley Park. Probably this. Get us into here. Or here and get us into here. Basically, we need other ways up because this road's going to be overburdened soon. And it's probably people are going to complain about service, turnaround times, and shit. Speaking of service, there are no services in the lower area, and that'll be a problem. Downtown's very nice, so we'll give them a modern police station. Not the headquarters, that's too many police cars in service, but we'll give them the nicer one, the modern stuff. It's another nice modern fire station. And yeah, you're not gonna get a response in time. Near the rich person, that would be too loud. So let's say it's over here so they can get on the bridge in a reasonable amount of time. Wouldn't let me snap, but he can definitely fit on this side of the street. Here he goes. The number 17, I think every fire station in City Skylines is number 17, and this is probably a nod to that. Obviously, you can name the... If you're making your own fire station asset, you can make it any number you want, but they're all number 17 in vanilla. Oh, you dip down a little bit here. Let me help you with that. Trying to be kind of flush with the bridge so it looks like they're pals. Looks like the bridge actually dips a little bit. And that's not a concern now that the bridge is the way it is. So let's get our friend, our lifelong pal, the road toolkit. Then what we'll do is we'll just grab the whole tram bridge and we'll use move it to force object height to match just any node of the... Wow, look at those people coming across the river now. Very cool. There we go. People up that bridge now. I wonder if they'll also take the other bridge. Actually, probably not, because the reason they're crossing the bridge is so they can get down here to the Shore District. Councilor Polly, the politician to contact. Yeah, they probably aren't walking across this bridge yet because there's nothing to do in the middle tier. I hope that will change soon. And once we do start to get its own, we want to make sure that the downtown line stops there. Because right now it doesn't. Because that train station didn't exist when I built it. Train station didn't exist when we built the downtown line, not the... Train station didn't exist when I built the train station. That's not a thing. That... push it up to the water grid. Yeah, downtown's got engineering troubles beyond the water, so we're not getting too by the book with it. I mean, if you're a purist and you're like, he's not attaching it to the fucking roads, you're about 15 streams too deep. We've thrown some degree of sanity to the wind a long time ago with this playthrough. Most of the part that we're on, like part 40, if you discount the Stenchberg streams in the beginning. been playing this since August, so it's a long one. So yeah, I think we can capture most of this. I want some stuff over here. Yeah, let's get these streetcar roads rezoned. Yeah, that recaptures most of the zoning. And then, I mean, yeah, we can just have this be landscaped and parked and shit. Oh, speaking of parks, people love tourist attractions because of Lord Farthington's castle, so let's make sure that we take advantage of that with lots of parks. I'm going to say mostly small parks and parks with trees. And plazas, because that better suits sort of downtown urban area, I feel. What do we got here? It's a little bit smaller than one of these super blocks. Not by much, but just enough. Darn. And because of my weird angles, I can't really sneak one in anywhere. Ooh, just almost fits one in here. Actually, that's a really good place for one too, between the road and the streetcar. Because if they're allowed to walk through this, that's the perfect way to get to the streetcar station. Just let me move it. Stop it. Stop saving. We're very well, we can also just do this. Here's another little secret, is we'll just put a pedestrian path on both sides. So now you can get off the monorail and hop onto the streetcar. Probably put a giant office building on each side here to flank it. I'm actually going to do that right now. I can't because I disabled zoning on this. See who grows in there, because we have industrial demand. That shouldn't take too long to start growing like a chia pet. We start getting those downtown business centers. Sort of modern city center. This is an absurd amount of commercial zoning too, so that's a lot of future proofing in that, like, we can just let the city run for a long time till, like, hey, we broke 110,591. But yeah, so outside of these promenade where we can do the perfect 4x4, we're going to be a lot more careful because we can sneak in pedestrian paths, and then I said we put like the 4x4 offices and stuff. Just start to sprinkle in some offices, see what we get. This one right there. Sort of one on each side thing going on there. And then offices are relatively quiet, so we can also put some high-rise apartments in here, but I don't know what we do for... it would have to be self-sustaining, because self-sustaining is very consistently high-rises. And that'll stop, like, the themes from mingling and doing weird shit on us. But also, unfortunately, that will whisk away demand I wanted in the Butler District to finish it off. So never mind. We'll focus on the jobs before the workers. And yeah, this floor does not want to fill in. Police station's in the way. I really do need to get the road here. Because that'll also make it a lot easier for them to come down to the park and shit. You know, I feel for pedestrian traffic. No, because we would... If we want a bus down here, we need to have them. Because it's like, oh, we could have a pedestrian path, and then they'll be satisfied taking on her. But if we want a feeder bus down here, we need a way to get it uphill. They're taking forever. Actually, no, that's not true, because we can just have a feeder bus drop you off at the monorail and then go all the way this way. So yeah, we don't need a road here, but I think we want a road over here. So these guys can get around a little bit faster. But but that also... Yeah, we do. We need a way up over here, because otherwise we're offloading all of our traffic into this four-way, three-way, four-way disaster waiting to happen. Alright. Hello? Monorails? Is everything okay, fellas? Line details. What the fuck? What's the problem?
Hello again from the classics.
Monorail. Mono.
Of the flute.
Is there no downtown line? Right here. Alright, well. No, I think we broke the downtown line. Because I don't see the arrows. Oh boy, what the fuck happened? This happened a while back, if I recall, and I think we had to just trash the whole line. Like, there's no stop. Like, why would it be deleting these stops? Yeah, we have to trash it. It's the the monorail line 4. No, thank you. Only care about this monorail. The yellow. Okay, the yellow definitely goes there. I don't know if it stops. It goes all the way there, just I don't see any stops. I don't want to risk it because it's being weird, so it is the 52. And it uses the 2-car Sentosa, okay. I think we might upgrade it to a 3-car Sentosa because this is going to become a popular line, hopefully. 52 downtown. Of all the things to close, not the public transport menu, alright. Stop at each one on the way home. Downtown. Select vehicles, 3-car Sentosas. I want 3 of them. Alright, and then we're going to do the traffic. Just in case something... We're at 80%, that's still good, but just in case something weird's happened, and those monorail cars are definitely fucked, we're going to reset the traffic. But yeah, these offices need to get built. Oh right, we were working on this. We need a way to get down to the beach. Probably from here up to here. Forest ground, you fucking wish. Wanted it to do, but hopefully Move It can save us. Should be generous there on the height, but we're not. And that's about as much as we can flatten, unfortunately. But now people can get to the upper levels from the beach. And they are very excited they can do that. They're already turning off, and now people are starting to walk around on the upper floor. These offices aren't filling in though. Oh, that does not look as nice as the old monorail, but it's a 3-car. And we just need it. We needed to get people around. And it looks like we're about out of time. We didn't quite finish drawing the middle layer. Let's get these retaining walls before I forget. There's more roads we need to lay down in the middle here, and things, of course, need to move in, and then we need to get started on the top layer. But, I mean, our bottom layer is on its way. The bottom layer is the sparsest, of course, as well. And we built Broccoli Island, which is a park of mild renown. Make a couple bucks, but we're already rich, so. I think it's about time to wrap it up and call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow to continue our work on the downtown. Oh yeah, look at these. Delivery trucks are just tickled pink that there's multiple ways down. Hopefully it doesn't make the bridge too busy, because we do have a four-way there. Here we got the streetcars, we got these little Juniper collectors as well. And then we've got these little promenade shopping districts that I hope really come together. They just refuse to build for some reason. Do I have the theme manager on? I do. And that might be why it wasn't working. We'll have to go international, because I think we might be blocking the office buildings from growing. And that's exactly what it was, because there are no office buildings in the modern city center building theme. But look at this. Watch these big fucks come in. They really dominate the skyline. So like I said, this is why we wanted them to be spaced out. Look at that. That should start to soak up our industrial unemployment. And there's also a fair bit of repetition. Like, these are all the exact same office building, I think. So not having a lot in spacing them out helps hide the fact, because they'll look really weird right next to each other. Do I have more? Yeah, I do have more. I think I might double check for the next stream if we can do a high-rise band, because these are a little tall for the middle. But I still want offices down here. So I suppose we would go, this tier would have no IT cluster, and this tier would be just IT cluster, because yeah. I think these guys are a little too tall for the middle layer, but they'll be perfect for the upper layer. Like, let's see what the town looks like at night, because the skyscrapers are really great for your nighttime view. Look at that. See that all the way from the university, I bet. Yep, even just like 4 office buildings, you can see them. It's a very beautiful city at night. Also, nighttime helps hide the gaps between houses like that. We are drawing ever closer, though, as downtown nears completion. Oh, look at that high-rise band kick in on Bun Hill. That really helped. The Skyline in Hamburger Heights. And what is this? Oh, right, the flour mills are uncomfortably bright for some reason. And there's the oil power plants. How are we doing on our power consumption with that oil? That's water. I'm dumb. A little room still. I think we need to get some more office buildings to really chew into our power reserves, but yeah. Downtown, well on its way. And you know what? I'm going to go with a nighttime ending on this one. So let's switch to the fancy view. Holy shit, that's a lot of people waiting for the bus. Like I said, our transport, philosophy needs to change, because we had a bunch of buses mapped out, and that friendly fellow came in and explained feeder lines to us. But thanks for coming out today. This was a bonus one, just because I had an idea of what to do for downtown, and it worked out. So we just got to finish it. Well, I don't know if it worked out. It looks nice, but none of the buildings have moved in really yet. But the lower district is done. Needs to fill in. Middle district isn't done, and it also needs to fill in. Then we've got the upper, like, skyscraper only district, and that should be interesting. And it'll look really beautiful in the skyline. That's the final district, and we'll be able to finally call it quits on this series, because otherwise it never ends. But thanks for coming out to watch today, and I hope to see you tomorrow, where we do even more work on downtown. So until then.